Okay, hi guys, I am here to tell you about a brand new 360 camera that's called the Vuze XR from the same guys who make the Vuze and the Vuze Plus, which are like 3D 360 cameras. Anyway, the Vuze XR is really exciting for 3 reasons. Number 1, it can shoot in 360 and 180. Number 2, it can shoot in 3D when it's in the 180 mode. And number 3, it can shoot at 5.7K resolution, which is among the highest of any kind of consumer 360 camera. Only the Verb 360 and the Yi 360 VR can do the same. Now, all of these features together make for kind of quite an exciting product as far as I'm concerned. It's definitely the most interesting in 2018. So the Vuze XR is a dual lens camera. It's got 2 lenses and it can switch from 360 mode to 180 mode at just the touch of a button. So as you can see here, it just flips open if you want to shoot in 180. And at the 180 mode, because the 2 lenses are side by side, it can shoot in 3D, so stereoscopic video. I can never say that word properly, but yeah, so that's really cool. 180 is kind of a alternative to 360 video. It's certainly easier to create, it's certainly easier to edit, you don't need to stitch anything. So the fact that it has both of these options in one camera is really quite cool, I think. But what makes it kind of exciting for me is the fact that it can shoot in 5.7K. We've not had a camera that can do that, or a new camera that can do that for quite a while, so I'm excited to see how good the video is going to look, especially if it can shoot 5.7K in 180 mode. If it can maintain that resolution, that should make for some pretty sharp video, because it's condensing all of those pixels instead of in the 360 format. It's condensing all of those into just 180 degrees. So that should look, well, the video should look very good.
Specifically, we're going to be looking at the brand new Insta360 One X2. We're talking about 5.7K 360 degree video, incredible digital stabilization from their flow state technology, a built-in touchscreen display, waterproof design, an invisible selfie stick, and even 4 built-in microphones for surprisingly good audio. On top of that, we're going to be looking at their Insta360 phone app and desktop program for editing. All of that comes in at $429.99. Primarily, one of the most important things was the improved battery life and the optimized editing workflow, with battery life being more than 50% improved compared to the previous model, letting me shoot several hours without worrying about the battery life remaining. And the better desktop app as well as the mobile app means I can spend less time editing after I get my shot before getting a usable clip to throw on a normal video or directly share to Instagram. Let's go ahead and start by unboxing the camera. I got the creator's kit, which includes the invisible selfie stick, tripod, lens cover, and a 64 gig micro SD card. The camera itself is noticeably thicker than the previous model, likely due to the fact that they had to fit a touchscreen display as well as a larger removable lithium-ion battery. Also, in the box comes a carrying pouch to protect the camera, a USB-C to USB-A charging cable, some nice Insta360 stickers, nice, as well as the user manuals and warranty card. Going back to the camera, you can see that the camera is waterproof thanks to these sealed doors which protect the more sensitive parts like the battery bay. Inside the battery bay is the slot for you to insert and remove your micro SD card. To make sure that your camera unit is properly sealed, make sure that the latches on the doors close completely when you're done. Additionally, you'll find the USB-C port behind the door above the battery bay. You'll want to use this for charging your camera or updating its firmware. Other than that, you've got the shutter button underneath the display and the power button on the side. When comparing to the first generation model, you'll see that a lot remains the same with the exception of a more noticeably rugged design language, like the rubberized edges to protect from some impacts.
The GoPro MAX has dual 180 degree lenses that shoot 16.6 megapixel 360 degree photos, 5.5 megapixel single lens, or GoPro is calling Max Super View photos, and the super cool 6.2 megapixel panoramic photos called Power Panos. Video-wise, you have 1440p 60 video with a single lens and 5.6K 30 spherical video, just like the Insta360. There are mics on all but one side, and it shares the same super satisfying rubber buttons and button layout as the Hero 8. On the bottom, you have these new stowable mounting prongs, which, bless, you no longer need that housing, which I somehow always manage to forget anyways, and it also makes it compatible with all GoPro mounts. The touchscreen on the Max is a bit smaller than the touchscreen on the back of the Hero, but its menu system is identical. The big plus here is if you're vlogging or taking a selfie, you can see yourself, much like on the DJI Osmo Action, because, well, there's lenses on both sides. The Max is waterproof up to 16 feet, but that proofing is merely for protection at this point. GoPro claims that it's really difficult to stitch underwater footage, but they are promising some sort of waterproof housing in the future. The screen is super responsive, but you can't scroll around your frame in 360 mode since the screen has swiping gestures such as swiping down to reach the main menu. You can, however, switch between lenses, but only while not recording. Once you hit that record button, the screen has no functionality, other than just being a viewfinder to the lens that you chose before rolling. The image on the screen will, however, stay level with the horizon no matter which way you turn the camera, and it does so with almost no noticeable lag. The Max's 360-degree video is stabilized in software. It bobs up and down as you'd expect when walking, and it can be really jittery, especially at night. The stitching is most noticeable at the top and the bottom of the frame. And since most of GoPro's mounts typically have a wider base than the camera itself, there's almost always a bit of artifact from the mount in the footage. Overall though, once you export the 360-degree footage, the stitch is pretty clean.
Today I'm going to be reviewing a very special camera which I've been looking forward to for a long time. It is the Ricoh Theta V. Now this is the 4th generation, I think, 360 camera from Ricoh, so they have some kind of idea of what they're doing, and they've kind of developed a reputation for developing good 360 cameras, like user-friendly, everything works and takes good photos especially. The last iteration of this range of cameras, the Ricoh Theta S, was very popular, one of the most popular 360 cameras ever, and it took amazing quality photos, but the video was lacking quite a lot. It could only take HD quality video, and for 360 that's just not good enough. So it's getting kind of dated. So what is new in the Ricoh Theta V? Well, for a start, it has a 4K video resolution, which is much more than its predecessor. It has 4 microphones on the body of the camera, which can shoot spatial audio. So that's like 360 audio where the sound is coming from the right direction when you hear it. It's quite cool. There is also a lightning-fast processor in this device, which allows it to process photos quicker, upload them to your phone. And according to Ricoh, this also means it can create and shoot better quality photos and videos by capturing light and dynamic range and details more accurately. Now, I've used it for about a month in various situations, in daytime, at night, moving, not moving. Now, pretty much right from the start, I will confirm that this is a good camera. It's not bad. It works as it's supposed to. It does what it says on the tin, and it's a big upgrade from the last camera. It's not for everyone, and there are some features missing, and there are some kind of things that I wish that it had, but it doesn't. But I'm going to go into that in a minute and going to tell you exactly what I think. Right, so I'm going to say a quick word on the design of the camera. I think it's awesome. I think this is the best designed camera, 360 camera you can buy. For a start, you can use it handheld without a tripod, without anything. You can attach a tripod or a selfie stick if you want, and you can place it on a table or a flat surface just like that and walk away and it won't fall over. Most 360 cameras, you need to attach a tripod or something to it, otherwise it will just fall over because it's just not shaped in the right way.
The 1R Twin Edition. Now this thing is jam-packed with a bunch of accessories and mods that you can get for the camera. The best thing about the Insta360 1R Edition is that it has a modular system, as in you can interchange lenses as needed. So this is the Twin Edition, so it actually comes with a 4K mod, which is the 4K wide angle, which has an f2.8 16.4 millimeter equivalent, and a 360 mod, which is a, you guessed it, 360 camera. It has 2 cameras on each side, and this is a dual lens with an f2 at a 7.2 mil equivalent. So got some stickers and a microfiber cloth. We have a USB-C charging cable, and I'm so thankful that companies are finally moving to USB-C. This is exactly what I was wondering. Since it's a 360 camera and it's a mod, like how do you hold this thing? Well, looks like they've actually included a little case that looks like you can just snap it on and protect your lenses.